Yo, what's going on, man? Today is the 3rd of July. We almost at Independence Day. And this is the ChrisBeCappinn NBA Show, where we are live on Twitter, also live on YouTube as well. We only got one game in the W for today, but I wanted to jump into it real quick. I see the lines already on the move and kind of give you guys my thoughts on the game. And then we will, but before we do that, we'll do a quick recap. I'm coming off a terrible night last night. And go through a couple of the comments real quick. So it should be a shorter show today, but I'll let you guys know how I'm looking at it. I tried to start looking into this game yesterday. Well, I did look into it yesterday, but some uncertainty. So we'll talk about those in just a second as well. As far as yesterday goes, I felt like I was on the right side of a lot of bets. I love the bets that I made yesterday. Talked about with you guys, talked about in my head. They all made sense, but we finished 1-3 yesterday. Lose almost 2 units yesterday. Only thing we hit on was Jordan Canada over his 6.5 assists. I did find that was a play I talked about liking on the show yesterday. Atlanta just couldn't stop turning the ball over. Credit to Kennedy Carter. I mean, she looked like an NBA player playing against Little League players yesterday. She pretty much, them and the defense that they played won the game for Chicago yesterday. So Atlanta plus 1.5 was a loser, even though that game did come down to the wire up until the end of the fourth quarter. Also took the Fever yesterday in Vegas. And offensively, they just didn't show up. Credit to Vegas defensively, but I thought Indiana would put up a little bit more of a fight. It looked like they just kind of wanted to get home last night. Didn't look good from the beginning. Melissa Smith missed about 7 free throws in the first half. I said, yeah, this is probably not going to be good. Caitlin Clark couldn't get into a rhythm. She was missing shots that she typically makes. And then we talk about the Washington Mystics, a team that religiously scores, 45 to 50 points in the first half. They've been a really good first half ATS team. But I was like, you know what? I'll stay off the first half because I know the Sparks can play pretty good basketball early too. Nowhere on the bingo card that I have the Sparks playing defense, though. And they hold the Washington Mystics, I think, 18 points in the first quarter. And the Washington Mystics go under the first half team total of 40.5 by 2 points. So, a step back yesterday, but hopefully we can try to get a little bit back of that today. There's one play that I'm really eyeing that I like, and then we'll talk about the spread as well as I see it start to move just a tad bit. So let's do just that. Oh, well, you know what? Let's go through the comments real quick. Then we'll do that. Mark says, good morning, Chris, into the chat. Let's make it a great day. I need a great day, Mark. Definitely need a great day. What's up to my guy, Eric? Mitchell says, top of the morning, Chris. Aces gave the Fever a run yesterday. They're playing championship basketball at the moment. The T-Mobile Arena was jumping. It really was. I think it's hard for me to give all the credit to the Aces when I know the Fever played so poorly yesterday, though. I don't want to discredit the Aces because, like you said, they did look good. But if we just look at the game real quick, the Indiana Fever scored 69 points. The Aces defense hasn't looked that great. They had a 13-point quarter in the second quarter. They had a 10-point quarter in the fourth quarter. The Aces actually started the fourth quarter off with a 12-0 run through the first, I think it was only 5 minutes and 30 seconds left. I stayed up and watched the game last night. The Fever just couldn't score the basketball. So we haven't seen the Vegas defense be that good. We haven't seen the Fever offense that poor. Timmy Bagley was running down the floor. Caitlin Clark threw a nice dime. All she had to do was put it up with her right hand on the right side of the rim, and she missed it. It was stuff like that. Like, Caitlin Clark didn't shoot the ball well, 1 for 7 from the three-point line. But like I said, Melissa Smith missed 6 free throws. She was 1 for 7, only had 5 points, 2 for 7 from the field. Carly Samuelson missed 4 wide open three-pointers. It was outside of Tiffany Mitchell, it was really, really hard to watch that game. And Aaliyah Boston played okay, but she was getting abused by Asia Wilson too. Asia had 28. She was a plus 14, 9 rebounds. And then Kelsey Plum had her best game of the season too. Terrible to watch last night. What's up to my guy, Justin? Aaron says, good morning, Chris and community. Yesterday was crazy when 0-2 had Lynx plus 6 and Sky under team total. WNBA be a head scratcher at times. That's a fact. That's why you manage your units appropriately. I always talk about that. And you live to fight another day. Never go too crazy. What's up, Mark? Appreciate you for tapping in. More like Sway says top of the morning, my boy. Lynx laid an egg in the fourth quarter. Another team that, I mean, I honestly, it kind of feels like, I was thinking about this last night. I'm glad you mentioned it. But if you got your notepad out, you writing down notes in your phone, whatever the case might be, I do think fourth quarters just religiously go under. Even the pace drops, because you're talking about a Lynx team that, somebody tweeted this to me last night. I said the Lynx, the Liberty did to the Lynx what the Lynx did to the Chicago Sky. The Liberty gave up 8 points in the fourth quarter. You just see teams just gas, just run completely out of energy, not be able to score the basketball. And the Lynx, as good as they are on offense, scored 25 points in the second half, which they had 22 at the end of the first quarter. So some of these fourth quarter unders, you almost can play them before the game starts. That's definitely something I've jotted down in my notes section, especially these offenses that struggle to score the basketball. I think you could definitely. Atlanta and Chicago last night, 32 points scored in the fourth quarter. Atlanta only scored 13. Same thing for the Fever. Like I said, they had 10 points. Aces scored 23, 33 points in the fourth quarter. So looking at some of these fourth quarters, just to go under, Sparks last night only scored 16 points in the fourth quarter, even though the Mystics somehow come from behind and scored 30 points in the fourth quarter all of a sudden. Now they're the greatest fourth quarter team. It's just, like you said, it's head scratching. Somebody said it in the chat. It really is head scratching. Justin says, good morning, bro. Caitlin Clark covered those assists, and Asia Wilson and the Aces handle business. Yeah, Caitlin Clark could have had probably 15 assists last night. She really does dominate the basketball. Like, yeah, she had 5 and 5 in the first quarter, and then nobody else could make a shot for her. She only ended up giving one more rebound. That's because the Aces didn't really miss too many shots, honestly. Desmond says he ran Enrique 4.5 rebounds at -115 with a ladder up to 7. Primary ball handlers are 16-0 for 6+ rebounds versus Phoenix. Best of luck to everyone. Appreciate this. Look, Desmond, I'm gonna talk about Enrique today as well. That dream game definitely hurt Mitchell. I thought was supposed to win the game easily. Not easily, but I didn't think it was gonna be like that. Ohio Legend says had Lynx and Liberty 7 points and stayed under till 1 minute left in the game. I'm sorry to hear that. It's a terrible beat. Ohio Legend, did you get your hoodie? Let me know if you got your hoodie if you're still watching. Desmond says Lynx selling that 6.5 was nasty work. Yeah, it was pretty terrible last night, man. Let's see. Mark said, what's up, Bitsy? Derek and Henry double cash last night. Mark says, I swear we should sue Courtney Williams on the Lynx for shooting 3 for 12 and missing everything. So disgusting. It'd be like that sometimes, man. And he says, yeah, sweatshirt king. Thanks again. Absolutely, bro. I want to make sure you got it. Marquis says, gotta ride Caitlin Clark assists over like Angel Reese rebounds until they stop. I couldn't talk you off, Marquis, especially if she's gonna be in a pace-up game for sure. I definitely think so. Grinding out today for everyone smashing Phoenix money line. So she hasn't been ruled out yet, Mel, but let's jump into it. That's a great segue into the games for today. What up, Free Sauce? Appreciate you for tapping in as always. Let's jump into it. So only one game on the board for today. Like I said, it's the Phoenix Mercury and the Dallas Waves, man. You talk about doing some investigative work last night, boy. I was trying my best to figure out, well, not even last night. This was before the games even started. Trying to figure out, because I saw, so the injury report comes out, and the Mercury have Diana Taurasi listed off the injury report. Keeping in mind that she did miss the last game, of course, when they lost to Connecticut just 2 nights ago. Becca Allen listed as questionable. She also missed the last game. And then Brittany Griner popped up on the injury report. She is listed as questionable as well. So I'm going through, I'm trying to find, I'm on Twitter. I'm see somebody on Twitter say something about, her wife ready to have their baby. Hey Mel, if you can find it, send it to me, bro. DM it to me. I was looking everywhere. I searched for Brittany Griner, child born. I searched for her. I looked up her wife, searched child born. I couldn't find it on none of their social media accounts, any of that. But I did go read an article, and it said that they were due in July. I think they had a baby shower in like May, and they were supposed to have. I think they're supposed to be having welcoming their first child into the world. Together, their first child into the world. So I do think that she's going to be out for this game. And that's what I was looking for. And if she is going to be out, then I definitely agree with the total going up. I definitely agree with the total going up because Brittany Griner means so much on the defensive end, of course. So this total actually opened 166, and it's up to 171 now. You can get a 170.5 out there some places. And I kind of agree with that. We're looking at the two fastest paced teams in the WNBA over the last 5 games. And two teams that's not going to be playing a lot of defense. So I definitely agree with the over. 171 is a lot of points. That, of course, we saw, the Aces and the Indiana Fever stay under the total yesterday. I'm not real big on playing totals up and over 171 or over 170 in general. We saw the Wings, really struggle to score the basketball. And, what kind of stood out to me was, just how poorly they played in Seattle. Now, granted, Seattle's a really good defense, but the books just keep setting their total a little too high. We cashed on the Dallas Wings team total under in their last game, and might have cashed on it the game before that also. So I'm not like 170 like kind of scares me. I think that's appropriate. But when I think about the spot, as far as the side goes, when I think about the spot in this game, nobody's gonna want the Wings. I get it. The Wings have been really, really bad. They're outside of them, getting smoked in their last few games. I think they won one of their last 10. It was the win against the Minnesota Lynx after the Lynx were coming off the Commissioner's Cup championship game. And even at home, Dallas is only 1-5. Oh, I'm just talking. All right. So Dallas is only 1-5-1 against the number at home. And they've only won 2 of their 7 home games. Only 4-15 on the season. And look at the Mercury, though. The Mercury are 2-6 straight up on the road. So we always talk about the X factor. They've won 7 of their 9 wins have come at home, where they played much better basketball, but they've lost they've lost back-to-back games, first and foremost. And I'm not liking what I'm seeing from the Mercury recently. If they're not gonna have BG in there, I feel like the Wings are live in this game. Remember what I said, the Wings just beat the Minnesota Lynx. And we always talk about how crazy the WNBA can be. It wouldn't surprise me if the Wings won this game today. Even with the offensive rating being bottom 5, the defensive rating being the worst, and the net rating being the worst in the last 5 games, I would not be surprised if the Wings won this game. I kind of want to get there with the Wings because even though BG has not been ruled out yet, like I said, I do think that she's going to be absent for this game. I was just trying to find something about their child being born, her being away from the team, but I couldn't really find anything. I just be honest with you guys. But I was definitely looking for it. And then, like I said, Becca Allen not being there. So those are the 2 best defensive players outside of Natasha Cloud. Becca Allen, Natasha Cloud, and BG. So if they got Diana Taurasi and Kalia Copper, man, they're not guarding anybody. I went back and looked at it. Their defensive rating is terrible without BG on the floor, of course. And like I said, I think the Wings could potentially be live in this game. Total shot up a little bit too much for me to want to be involved there. So I'll tell you guys how I'm looking to play this one. I actually like Arike. I like her assists in this game. Arike Ogunbowale, her assist line is 4.5. It's plus money on Bet365 right now. I haven't bet it yet. Let me see. I actually had it pulled up. Let's see. All right. So reason why I like Arike to go over assists. First and foremost, similar to the Caitlin Clark thing. Similar to the Caitlin Clark last night against the Indiana Fever, against the Las Vegas Aces. I do think that Arike, it's going to be a really fast pace, up and down the floor. Like I said, both of these teams are top 5 in pace, and I would imagine if Brittany Griner doesn't play, then the pace could even pick up even more. I do think it's going to be like a shootout type of game, and role players play better at home. I think Arike will be able to find her teammates, and I expect Natasha Cloud to be on Arike to try to slow her down, and everybody else should be able to eat, in my opinion. I went back and looked at Arike game logs. So she's coming off a game against Seattle where she only had 3 assists. And then before that, they played Seattle again, of course. She had 4 assists. But I went back and looked at her home splits. So in that game against Minnesota, which is one of the better teams in the WNBA, they scored 94 points, and Enrique had 9 assists in that game. And before that, they were on a 3-game road trip against DC twice, against Chicago. So I didn't really pay too much attention to those games. But it stood out to me that against Connecticut, another slow-paced team that also plays, top-level defense, she had 5 assists. And then when Seattle came into town and they were at home, she had 5 assists as well. And the last time they played the Mercury, they went to double overtime. Enrique had 10 assists in that game. So she's gone over this number. Before that, they played against the Sparks. That was on the road. So you know that went away. Before that, they played the Aces. She had 7 assists at home. So she's actually gone over, she's gone over her assist line at every single home game this season outside of one when she played against Chicago, the second game of the season. So Enrique over her 4.5 assists. I'll read the numbers to you guys again. 7, 3, the only game she went under. 7, 10, 5, 5, 9. Enrique over her assists. I like Enrique over 4.5 assists today. That's my favorite play on the board for today. I would be taking the points with the wings. I know that's the ugliest play on the board, but I think Brittany Griner's not gonna play this game. So yeah, that's the way I chose to play this one. Let's see what you guys are saying about it, and then we'll do a quick recap and get up out of here. Like I said, a short show today. More Life says Mercury early. I can't trust them for a game. I don't know if you can trust them early. Well, I can't trust them early without knowing the status. If I want the Mercury, I want BGN. Like I said, they've only won 2 of their 8 road games so far. I'm not wanting to lay points with them 4-4 against the number on the road. That's not something I want to do. Freesaw says Enrique over 22.5 points. She's over in 9 of her last 10 head-to-head and over her last 3 of 5, averaging 21 field goals when facing the Mercury. She's going to have to score the basketball for sure. It could be a Enrique masterclass game for sure. And real quick, if I look at, just why I got this up, Freesaw, if I look at the Mercury defense, we know the Dallas Wings want to shoot a bunch of threes. I think Dallas is. I really do think Dallas is live. I'm probably going to end up betting Dallas because the way I see it, all right, hold on, let me get my thoughts together. All right, so if Brittany Griner does not play in this game, the size advantage outside of Natasha Mack, the size advantage that Dallas is going to have is going to be crazy in this game. Kalani Brown, Natasha Howard, Tierra McCowan, like these are, I think I'll play the +5 too, but I wanted to look at the 3-point shooting because we've been talking about this for a while. Last 5 games, Dallas is shooting the attempting the 8th most above the break threes, making the 7th most, shooting the 5th best percentage, shooting 35%, and the Phoenix Mercury are dead last in 3-point everything above the break 3. They're giving up the most makes, the most attempts, and teams are shooting 41%, which is the worst in the WNBA over the last 5 games against the Mercury defense. That's enough for me to want to put something on the +5, especially if I think because in my mind I'm thinking Brittany Griner's not going to play, and they're susceptible to everything. Their restricted area defense is going to get worse. Their paint defense is going to get worse. So I do like the +5, and I would expect this line to come down as well. And if I like the +5, I also like the team total to go over because still don't think Dallas can be able to stop anybody. So team total for the Mercury is, for the Wings is 82.5, and I think they should be able to get there too. So yeah, that's the way I'm kind of looking. I don't think they're stopping anybody. 82.5. The number is actually on the move. Minus 120 on DK is the best number you guys can get right now. Mel says wings plus 9 out of 10 to be safe. Remy says, yeah, I'm fading WNBA. One off again yesterday for 5K. And Asia Wilson can't get 2 more assists to close me out. She's not a facilitator. Sprinkle on the money line, Mel says. Justin says betting wings plus 5-0, accepting however it plays out. I'm gonna be there with you, Justin. This line only gonna move down if I don't think it really moves up too much if Brittany Griner is rolled in. I agree with you there. Dropping Dime says, what about the Mercury team total under 87.5? I think that could be a good look. Dropping Dimes. I just worry because Dallas defense is the worst in the WNBA, but yeah, I'm not betting on them to get 88 points. That's a super big number. Key MMA says Mercury have an easy schedule, easy final stretch before the break. Not convinced they show urgency to get a W tonight. I mean, they kind of need to. They need to get all the wins that they can get. Jay Holiday says cashed on Aces and Sky parlay. Also, Kennedy Carter over 16.5. Malcolm says he took Dallas plus 6.5. The one-off games. Okay. Free Sauce says Chris giving us player props. Definitely a new month. Love that look, brother. Yeah, I'm trying to give y'all winners, Free Sauce, and that's what I want too. Yeah, I don't think she's gonna play either, Malcolm. Definitely with you there. Enrique scored 40 the first game versus Phoenix and 25 last game. Enrique over 22.5 point. Ulysses said, yeah, I think maybe points and assists could be there as well. Yeah, Bruce likes the whole PRA over 32.5. Baby showers usually happen 4 to 6 weeks before the baby's due. May 13th equals baby shower is June. Yeah, this is what this July now. This is what I saw as well, that the baby shower was in May. Would you fade Griner after having a baby? Just when it depends on who she's playing, Missy. I need more than just her having a baby. Like, need a little bit more than that. Justin says he's telling Enrique over her 4.5 assists. Take Dallas. One of the reasons Indy beat them last game was because they played bigs out there against Phoenix small ball. Yeah. I remember that double overtime game. That was actually the first game I think that Brittany Griner returned in, and it went to overtime. I remember being on who is it, Dallas or whoever won that game. I was on whoever won it. I think the Mercury won it. I was on them in that game, and I was sweating going to double overtime. DJ Props, what's up, my brother? He says, sorry, change the subject, Chris. I did just see this too. I won't gonna say anything. I saw it on my iPad. LeBron signed a 2-year, $104 million deal. He says, our last 2 years watching greatness from Bron in LA. Appreciate it while it lasts. Yeah, and I agree with that as well. Yeah, I'm glad I knew he was coming back. He just sucks. Lakers couldn't bring anybody back with him. Got hooked yesterday on the over 163 and the Sparks and the Mystics. Yeah, that was more so. I mean, you got lucky because the Mystics don't score 30 points in the fourth quarter ever in history. But yeah, they started off super slow in that game. JP likes the wings on the money line. Free Sauce says, do you like Natasha Howard over 7.5 rebounds, especially if no Griner? If there's no Griner, she's over our last 2 times playing over 1 and 5 in the last 5 can be due for some positive regression. Yeah, if they can play enough defense. If you get 8 rebounds, Free Sauce, that's a lot of misses. You need your team to actually get some boards. They've given up close to 100 points in back-to-back games against Seattle. So when teams don't play defense, it's really hard for them to get rebounds. You look at Chicago, they go out there and play a lot of defense, which is why Angel Reese always getting so many rebounds. Cardoso, same thing. Oda says, think they'll ever do live player props for the WNBA? Eventually, but not anytime soon. I'll be trying to go crazy on live props. They're never available. Java says, man, where we at with McCallum though? Can't get her straight. I'm not even trying. She is so wishy-washy. I'm not even trying to try to figure her out. Java, best of luck if you want to play Tierra McCallum. She looked like Shaq sometimes. Other times she looked like I don't even know. She looked like Mo Bamba. I don't know. JP says, shout out from VA. I heard you say you was out here too. I'm in Fredericksburg. Appreciate your input and info on these games. Appreciate that, JP. I'll be in Fredericksburg. Yeah, I'll be in Fredericksburg sometimes. Showtime for Enrique. That's where we at with it today, man. Let's get up off here. Like I said, one play that I really like the most is Enrique over her 4.5 assists tonight. She's went over in every home game except one. Both of these teams play first and second fastest pace. I don't think that Brittany Griner is going to be there. So I do like Dallas over their team total over 82.5 because I don't see them playing much defense to score the basketball. But I would take Dallas plus the 5. All these plays are in red. Just a quick reminder, all these plays are in red, are short list plays. I have not played these yet. But I will play Enrique over her 4.5 assists. So I guess I can change that to green. Like I said, the best odds are on Bet365 at plus 100 right now. And Dallas team total over 82.5 is moving up. It's 83.5 on some books. But the 82.5 is on DraftKings at minus 120 if you have access. And then you can get Dallas plus the 5. If you want Dallas, you want to jump in on them now, though. And it's ugly to say that you want Dallas, but we've seen crazier things happen. They did just beat Minnesota in their last home game. So if you want Dallas, you want to jump on them early before the news about Brittany Griner, before she's ruled out. And then you're still waiting on Becca Allen as well, to see if she plays. So those are my thoughts. I just think Dallas is going to be able to score the basketball and not really trusting them to play too much defense. But Kalia Copper, Diana Taurasi, neither one of those are really good defenders in my opinion. Natasha Mack, not a great defender either. So I think Dallas plus the points would be play number 2. Enrique over her 4.5 assists is play number 1. And Dallas team total over 82.5 would be the third look for today. So appreciate everybody for tapping in as always. Resources that I use are here. Definitely check these out. Always want to shout out OzJam. You guys can get 25% off your first month using code CBC if you sign up at checkout. We got 2 games in the W for tomorrow, so we'll still do a show even on 4th of July. We still out here trying to find a way to cash. If you enjoyed the show, if you thought it was helpful, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, share the show if you guys can. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. The link for all my official plays when I do make them, of course, is in the description as it always is. Best of luck. Enjoy your Wednesday, and I will catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.